Closing costs are a bit like a layer of this onion. You peel off a layer and then you weep. You see, this onion represents the whole intrinsic value of your home. You took the time to pay off your mortgage and watch the value of this onion continue to grow. But then you decide to sell it. That's when this bulb begins to shrink. If you are planning to sell your home, watch this video and stick around because I'll show you some ways you can actually add on some layers so you can walk away with a nice and juicy onion. Many sellers assume that when they sell a home, in order to calculate their profit, they simply calculate whatever they sold their home for minus whatever balance they have on their mortgage. But you could be ignoring a huge chunk of expenses that may actually make you think twice before deciding if it even makes sense to sell. These are simply called closing costs. These costs refer to the various fees and taxes paid at the time of closing a real estate transaction. Buyers and sellers are both responsible for covering certain expenses related to the closing. The real estate agent commissions are going to be one of the larger closing costs that are going to be deducted from the seller's proceeds after the mortgage. Taxes will be another bite out of the bulb. Some states, including New York, charge a tax for transferring a property from one party to another, known as transfer tax. In New York, these can go up based on a tiered system called the mansion tax and can go as high as 3.9% of the purchase price. That, my friend, is a lot of slices. And then, if you plan on hiring an attorney to review the contracts and finalize the paperwork, they will also need to be paid as well. There are other fees that are specific to any county, state, or even the building where you live. For instance, in New York City, you're required to pay a transfer tax to both the state and the city. With so many factors impacting the final cost, it can be challenging to predict exactly how much closing costs will be when it's all said and done. But a good rule of thumb is to expect about 6 to 10% of the sale price to go towards paying just the closing costs. So, how can you stop this madness and replace some of these layers back into the onion to put more dollars in your pocket? Some closing costs are set in stone, while others have a little bit more wiggle room. A good way to save money is to look at each cost individually and either shop around or try to negotiate it. Are there any other ways to save on closing costs? Let us know in the comments below. I'm sure our viewers would benefit too. Ready to make a move? Dive into our premium sales program, designed to guide you seamlessly through every step of the sales process. At Undivided, we're committed to delivering first-class service, ensuring your journey to selling your home is smooth and stress-free.